Good morning. Welcome to Trading with Goals. I hope you guys had a wonderful night. Sorry if I sound tired. It's been a long night. Anyways, so there was a question about volume. When volume increases and the price of the stock increases. So what is supposed to happen is volume and price should go hand in hand. So if a stock is trending up, the volume should go up. If a stock is trending down, the volume should go up. Okay, so for instance, so SPY, the volume has been going down. TSM, okay, so for TSM, the volume has been going up. Okay, so the trend, the price action and the volume is going hand in hand. So now, Woodley, you're counting days. If you want to know how long or which level it's supposed to go, so you're looking at the 8-year level, you're counting days. So we know from the minute a stock has a change of character, like this one had a change of character on Monday last week. So after that, you're anticipating this trend to go on. If it is just a pullback, you're anticipating 3 to 6 days, but this is not a pullback. This is a continuation. Why? Because this stock was pulling back here. It is been bullish. It is a post-ER. It reported earning. It's been bullish since October. So the trend is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay. So when you're having continuation, you're anticipating the trend to last how many days, Woodley?
Every multiple of 3.
Okay, so a strong trend should last 9 days.
6.
9 days. A pullback should last 3 to 6 days. But when you're having continuation, you at least, when a stock is going up, pulling back, if it's not doing those 9 days, then you're anticipating at least 3 to 6 days. Because when you count from here after this pullback, it only did 1, 2, 3. Then we had this inside bar 4, 5. So it didn't go above 6 days. So you're anticipating the same thing. If that's the trend it's showing you, if you go back, you're seeing, apart from here, so we had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We had this last 9 days. A strong bullish or bearish trend should last 9 days. A pullback, 3. If you're seeing a stock pulling back and it doesn't take 3 days, it only pulls back 1, 2 days. That's a strong trend. It wants to go up. It has no business. It doesn't want to do anything with the pullback. It wants to go up. Okay. If it's a pullback, ideally on a strong trend, we're anticipating to create how many lower lows? Woodley, to you, how many lower lows are you supposed to create?
3.
3. Okay. So that's why I'm saying it's a minimum 3 days, because you're supposed to create 3 lower lows on a bullish trend. On a bearish trend, you're supposed to create 3 higher highs. So if you're seeing a stock like here, it created a first lower low, the second one, and then the third one, and a double bottom. So this is telling you it has done what it was required to do. You have an inside by almost a double bottom. Now you're waiting for a change of character. Okay, so it has a change of character, then it started going sideways. And you want to, any stock that is almost going to report earnings, you see it going sideways, go look at the monthly previous close. If it is going sideways along the close, you go with the trend. Always go with the trend, because here did a very shallow pullback, the 3 days, it wants to go up. So when you're having continuation, at least anticipate 6 days. At least 6 days. If it breaks 6 days, then you have 9. You start adding multiple of 3. 12, 15, 18, like that. So you're anticipating at least 6 days for continuation. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it did 6 days. It went sideways 3 days. Then it had this one candle, had a change of character. Then we had this double bottom and an inside bar. So now when you're seeing inside bars, you want to anticipate it is supposed to have a continuation, especially when you're seeing this shallow pullback. This is barely a pullback. So this is a strong trend. So you're anticipating after the first candle, the change of character, at least anticipate 3 to 6 days, but always go with 6 days. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this can go on for 6 days. So you're counting days together with your levels. So for a stock mostly post-ER, still go, if a stock is trending, having a continuation of a trend from previous trend before earnings. So this stock was trending up pre-ER. Use the monthly, still use the monthly levels. Now you're seeing what I was talking about. So when it was reporting earnings, you're seeing this is January, this going sideways. It was the proximity to the close, the previous close. So this is telling you this is a good play for ER because it's right there. Okay, so you're looking at fast ATR. This purple line is my fast ATR. So this one went all the way to the fast ATR. So post ER, you're seeing this move, it pulls back, it is going, it has not hit the ATR, give it an opportunity. You see an inside bar, it still wants to do. What did it do? It hit the ATR. This day had a rejection week, closed below it. This day, rejection week, closed below it. You want a stock, when it hits a level, you want it to close above it. If it is closing below it, that stock wants to pull back. So you're seeing this candle, it went, this is the high, this is the close. So it closed below the ATR. This is the high, closed below the ATR. Then you're seeing it went sideways, then we got this pullback. Then we have a new month. It was right at close. So still a good play. First ATR from close 112, 127. Okay, so it hit and broke 127 yesterday. So this is still, you're using long levels because it reported earnings and it's having continuation. And this is a new month. So the new month, always look at the new month and see what levels you're working with, especially if the new month is starting and that stock is right there, close with a close proximity to the previous close. That's a good trade. Okay, so it's going up. It has hit our first ATR level, which was 127. The next one is 147. Okay, so you're still also looking at the target level. So the blue line are my target level. So it hit 130. Then these are the intermediate in between 138, 132, 134. Then the next target level is 135. So you can't ignore these levels, especially for a stock that has moved. It's a small ATR, but it has made such a huge move. Okay, so now these are the levels you're looking at. So after it broke the first ATR 127, you're looking at the target level 130. So this was the high. It went to 130, 133, 34, and then it pulled back to this the target level. So now I want to see for continuation because we already have how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 days. Okay. So ask me the question again.
It was regarding the volume.
Hmm?
It was regarding the volume that increased.
So volume is now going with price. The reason why we are tracking volume reducing is because this is going against the rule. The rule should be a stock trending up, then volume should go up. A stock trending down, volume should go up. It should go hand in hand. So when now this stock starts going with the volume. You're not abandoning it. And then now you're going back to look for those ones that have low volume. Yes, you're looking at low volume because you want to pick that trend at the bottom. You guys are seeing all these stocks going up. They had low volumes. Snow, SPY, all these stocks had low volume. So that when now volume starts peaking, the trend is going the correct direction. The price action and the volume is going in the right direction. They're flowing together. Trending up, volume is going up. If it's trending down, volume should go up. So you don't abandon it after. You want, that's now where you're counting your days. So it's trending up. You want volume to keep increasing, increasing as the price is going up. It's a strong trend. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Now, if you see a stock, we have some stocks that the price is going up, but the volume is going down. What does that mean? Still you, Woodley.
Look at me.
Yes, it's telling you, look at me. Because if a stock is trending up, but there's no volume, it means people have lost interest in that stock. Nobody wants to pay that stock at that price up there. So it means people are walking away. When people are walking away, what is the effect on that stock? Most of the time,
On a pullback.
it will pull back. Okay. So it's saying, look at me, because why is this stock trending up and there's no volume? It means there's no interest. Nobody wants to pay that price that that stock is asking. So they want it to come down. They want to get it at a cheaper price. So you're getting a pullback. And then when it pulls back, and now people are like, okay, now I'm interested. What happens to the volume? Still you, Woodley. So you've given people at a cheaper price. People want things at a discount. Okay. So when the price goes down, when the stock has pulled back because there was low volume, and then people now get interested. This is why we are tracking the volume. From that volume, we either get a whole day trending down. So it means people will get that stock at a cheaper price. We also get either that stock is going zigzag, or you have a V pattern or inverted V pattern, or no action like SPY yesterday. It was just ranging 1 point, less than a point. Whenever you have such a kind of a constriction, that's where you see the CPR level is one line. It's just straight. Because after that, you get a breakout or that stock breaking down. This is why we are tracking the volume. And this is why you're seeing all these stocks doing what they're doing. Snow, all these stocks that are trending up, their volume had been, like Snow, the stock was going up, but the volume was going down. I hope that answers the question. The gentleman, I don't know why I want to say the gentleman club, it sounds naughty. Group, we discussed volume analysis yesterday. So if still somebody's in the ish, I hope nobody is in the ish except T. I didn't see T and Richard yesterday. They're missing in action. But I hope they got to see all the things we discussed. Okay. So that's volume. So any stock, you're not, if you want, when you're looking at volume and you're seeing a stock volume went up. So when you're typing your ticker and you're seeing, oh, this volume went up, you should not just discard that. You should also look at that stock, because now that stock is abiding by the rule. Okay. Now, I've told you guys about earnings. That calendar every week it has tons. Some of them, they are not even in that earnings whisper calendar. That's why sometimes you see a stock is not listed there and you're like, this stock reported earnings. It is tons and tons of stocks. That's why I say every weekend, if it is possible, weekend or Thursday and Friday, start looking at, like yesterday and today, you should start looking at stocks reporting the following week. When you're doing that, you're not missing, because you're tracking a stock that is trending. Let's say a stock is going to report on Monday or on Tuesday. I usually miss those because you're supposed to start tracking those stocks the previous week. My head usually most good stocks report earnings Wednesday and Thursday. So my head is just my how my head is fixed, that most good stocks report Wednesday, Thursday. Even stocks that report Friday, I usually miss them because ideally not so many stocks report on Friday. Okay, so you start looking at them the previous week, or if you can, especially, this is the reason I'm insisting on guys working in a group, get the whole month calendar in advance. Like right now, you should be looking at stocks that are going to report in March. Okay, that way you are ahead. If there's a stock that is trending now, like all you guys now will start looking at, oh, HD is reporting, I don't know, next week. Oh, this stock cost, oh, but these stock are trending. They are running up to ER. So you would be in this trade. You see it's reporting on the 20th. So you'd be in this play already, rather than waiting the week off, or Kavi asking me the stock has reported. She's like, look at So if those stocks you are looking at them, or you're asking me to look, it's because you know this is a good stock for ER. There's no way I can go through all those stocks. It's a lot of work. So if you're still doing things by yourself, try and work in a group. It'll really makes things easier. Now, there's so many good stocks there. I usually tell you guys, for me, it's just my preference. All of us have different preference. And that's why I tell you guys, I cannot force you guys to just look at big ATR stocks. That's just me. And I can't force it on you guys. So if you're seeing a good stock, even if it's a small ATR, please look at it. Identify the trend. All the criteria we talk about, identify a trend. Look at the past history of that stock, every earnings. Now, a stock like NET, I think we had talked about NET on Sunday or something. This stock has been quiet for so long. It's been doing nothing much. So it will go up slightly. I think, I don't know if I talked about this week, and I was like, look at the candles, how they are dwarfy. It's been struggling at this 75 level. Every time it goes there, it will pull back. It tries to break it, it's pulling back. It is not been doing, and this stock, it came from 5. If you look at the weekly chart, it came from 221. So it has room to go up. It's just that, look, from this, when it hit 38 in 2022, it's just like kind of going sideways. So it will go up slightly, then down, go up slightly. It's been struggling at this 75 level for so long. Okay, so we are seeing such a stock. So now here, since October, it's been trending up from when it hit 55. It's just been trending up. This is the weekly chart. It's been trending up. It's a slow stock. So if you're somebody like me who's not patient with these stocks, don't just go by what I say. It has room to go to 221. It has not even done 50%. So if you're seeing it's a potential stock to trade, and then when you look at the contract, so you're looking at the trend, identify the trend. Most stocks, you're looking at the trend. If it's already in a trend, even good. If it is bullish and it has pulled back, better. If it is going sideways, it is bullish or it's bearish and it's going sideways, it's even a better play. This before earnings. Then you're looking at the 30 level, the monthly. Where is it? It is right there. So this is a good play. So those are the things you're looking at. You don't have to wait for me or ask me or anything. Sometimes I can even dismiss you. It's not just because it's a bad stock. It is because I'm like, this is something, this list you have, let's say you're looking at it every week. You don't have time to look at it before. You have the list, you know, these are the stocks reporting this week. Pick the stocks you think are going to be good plays. Discuss them with your group. If not, ask me from Sunday or when you do the class or every pre-market. Start telling me, Virginia, this one is reporting here. Look at it. We start looking at it. We can all find a play before it happens. So I sometimes I come here, I have this, my mind is set on the stocks I need to discuss because I know these stocks things are supposed to happen. So that's why I tell you guys, if you have a question, tell me in advance. When I'm looking at the charts, I'm not only looking at charts the way I'm looking at with you. Sometimes you guys hear me say, let me look at something. I have tons of screeners. I have tons of alerts. I have so many things I'm looking at. So sometimes it's not just opening a chart and telling you, oh, it's going up. Yes, from years of looking at the charts, I can identify some patterns just from observation. I look at a chart and I'm like, this one is going up. I know Ryan asked me a question yesterday. How do you know these stocks will go up or go down? Levels, where are they situated? The patterns, some patterns you can just see. You can look at a stock and you can know this one is going up. So this one, you can look at this and know this is gonna be a potential because it's going sideways. Any of the stock you're seeing going sideways before earnings, and it's right there at close, potential play. Okay, so all these stocks post ER. Now, this stock I was wondering, I remembered and I didn't know where from, but I remembered it did IPO. This is when it did an IPO, and I think I told you guys about when we were in the other group. I told you guys about I think I posted it there, and it's because it is it's a semiconductor, it's a chip company, it's an AI company. Now, when you see a stock like this, it does IPO. This is the high it went to, 69, and then it pulled back to this 46. Mostly such companies during earnings, it's a new IPO. So they are, of course, before you go do an IPO, you must be a good company before they let you to be listed publicly. Okay, so every time during earning, it's a new company. They want to impress. They will tell you, give you all these promises. So nothing much happened this ER, but this stock, I think I even mentioned it can go back to this level, and it's just been trending up. The same thing happened to SMCI. It came from, I don't know, $24. You cannot imagine. It came from 20-something dollars. So these cheap companies, semiconductors or AI, any of those stocks, especially a new company that has just been listed, keep watch of it. Now, if a stock hits this level, let's say you don't know about 30, you don't know about 30 levels, what you do, this high, you multiply this number by 2. First, you can multiply, you can divide this, the first thing you do, you get the half. So 69 divided by 2. So that's 30, what? 34.5. When that stock is trending up, if it breaks this level, you are adding 69 plus 34. What do you get? 100 and what? 34? 102? Okay, that 103. So that's your first target, 103. If they're half. If it is trending up and breaks this level, let's say you don't know Virginia, you don't know about levels, you get the half of this, you add to this, so 104. So that's the first target if this stock is going up. So all this time, it had already broken this level. So of course, this stock was going to go up. It's already bullish. It's been bullish since it stopped here. Okay. And it doesn't even give you the 30 levels. I don't know if you guys realized. It doesn't give you the 30 levels. Why? Because this is a new IPO stock. So I don't know if they... So you see, this one. So it's not even the... And this is the weekly. Let's see monthly. Because it doesn't have a history. It's a new stock. So sometimes it'll just give you up to that 78 level or even go slightly. You see, this one is only to 98. Okay, so what you do, you get their half. If it breaks their half, so that 104, then you're multiplying this number, 69 by 2. This is the formula, and don't ask me how I got it. This is the formula you use for new IPO stocks. If you want to anticipate how high can this stock go, because you don't have a history. So you take 69 times 2. So you divide this by 2, then you add their half. Then you take 69 times 2. So that's 138. Okay, so if this stock keeps going up, that's the next level, 138. So Kavi, yesterday I didn't dismiss you. I just said I didn't even have an idea until later. This was an IPO stock, and I remember it from last year. That's what you do. The simple math. Get their half, add to this, or multiply this by 2. Okay? Because it has broken this level, not unless you're using something else to get the levels. Okay? So that's how you do for newly IPO'd stocks. If it's already up, run it up. Do that math. So yesterday it went to, so we got them 138. So of course it didn't hit 138, it hit 126. So it has not hit our target level. It's supposed to multiply itself by 2. So this is still a potential play. If it pulls back and doesn't go to 104, so now you have 104 and that 138. So if it doesn't go back to 104, you're riding it back up, it will go to that 138. If it breaks that 138, you take that 69, you multiply by 3. You're doing that until now we have a history for this stock, or these indicators start getting levels for this stock. Okay? So this was a good play. When you look at that calendar, if you're seeing any stock, even if it's a $5 stock, identify the trend. Okay, count days. Is it near the previous close? Take the play. Those contracts were really cheap. So congrats to those people who made money with this. Okay. Now you see it hit that level here, 104. So this 108. It slightly broke that 104. So that's the math. 104. So telling you it wants to go up because it broke above that 104. So it's first you take their half. This is the IPO stocks. Okay. Sawa sawa. So those ER stocks, look at them Sunday. Pick out the ones you want. Don't wait now the morning after it has reported, you're saying, Virginia, look at this. It is supposed to, all these stocks, you're like, this is a potentially good play. And I really like Leroy, Shiba, and some of the people who are taking a chance with these earning stocks. That's how you do it. And sometimes I'm telling you, you put very minimal money, very minimal. You're spending $100 and you can wake up to 5,000 because of these moves that are happening. Okay. So that's for, I thought I should mention for IPO stocks, that's how you do the math. So when it broke that 104, it was telling you it wants to go up. You're trading it. So now the next level is that you take 69 times 2. If it breaks that, you take 69 times 3. Like that, until now we have all these indicators coming in line and identifying the levels for this stock. Okay. So this is still a potentially good play. If you look at SMCI, it's just been going up. Since, and Kavi told me about it, I think I never used to know this stock. Kavi is the one who told me about it. And then I started looking at it. It used to be 21, even 50, below that. That was in 2019. So it was barely a stock. Look at the candles, barely nobody talking about it until we started having that craze about AI. And when it just started going up, it just kept going. Okay, so such a stock, they take advantage during earnings. They give all those promises. So it's been nonstop, apart from here where it was just going sideways there last year. This has just been going, and we started tracking. So when Kavi told me about it, was this ER in August, if I'm not wrong. Was it this one? May or August? I think it was this one. Then it's when I started tracking it. And now every day I'm telling you guys, this is the new AVGO. So this year, nothing much happened. And then finally we started having this craze. These earnings is just keep going on. So this anything AI, there's some of them that have been butchered, starting with AI stock, but there are some they take advantage during earnings. They just talk about it, and then we have things going crazy. Okay, so NVIDIA still going on, and we are headed to earnings. Okay, so we're still riding them because we don't have a history. These stocks are broken the new high. So whenever you're seeing volume reducing and you have so you have such inside bars, you go with the trend and you keep counting days. If you count days, this is more than 21. We were counting days. This is more than 21 days. So this is a pre-ER stock, is reporting on 21st. So you're not waiting for that 21st to start trading it. Okay? Sawa sawa. Now, if you have a question for any stock, please send me before market open, because that's when I'm going through stocks. I'm looking at them, or in the evening, I go through all these strategies that I look for stocks. Rather than when we're waiting in the morning, I would truly not be objective when I'm answering you. Okay. Now, we know we had talked about SPY, and we were anticipating this SPY move. And I told you guys, SPY is tech stocks. So as much as SPY, nothing happened. We have not hit 500 yet, but the tech stocks are trending. So this is why I said SPY. When we are talking about SPY, you're looking at tech stocks. So all these stocks are trending. And I mentioned even yesterday, look at Snow, look at PanW. All these are plays just playing out like we anticipated. Even if SPY is in a letter, nyoko, I don't know how you call it. Okay. So 226 is still trending. We don't have a history with this. Do we have a history? We don't, since we broke this level. So finally we broke. We have a history. Where we? We have a history. 4 or 5. We've not even hit 50%. Have we hit 50%? Snow has a history. Esh. Okay, so this is the IPO price. I think it's also where I put my line. So this was the IPO price when Snow was IPO'd. It opened at 318, came down 429, came down 405, lower high, then it just dropped. Okay, so probably we are supposed to head back to that IPO level. Okay, so here we don't need to multiply, we just need to go back to it. So we broke this 208. So now we are looking at that 318. So we are 222. If this stock keeps going up, that's the level we're looking at. But 50%. It's just because Snow, all these tech stocks after COVID, they were really beaten down. You even forgot they came from all these good levels. So 50% is 270. This is the weekly chart. So from 110, you guys remember 2022 when it was beaten down all the way to 110. So 50% retracement is 270. So right now we are anticipating for, before we go to 50, we have 232. So if snow keeps, has it hit 232? Well, Woodley. I know the price targets are there, but I'm talking about 50% retracement. So has it hit 232? What
It
are
hit
you?
233.
Right. So these levels, use these levels. You want to see where it came from. So this is the low in 2022 when they were beaten down post-COVID. And then now you're riding it back. So after 185, it had a huge gap to fill to 232, and that's what we've hit. Okay, so use these things. They guide you. So the next level after 232, we have 270. Okay, so it means the 50%, we've not hit 50% retracement for snow. Okay, so 50% retracement is 470. If we go by 4 hour, we've hit 432, 232. Okay, now 237, 246, 261 if you're using the 4 hour. But the weekly, we are timing for that 270. Okay, somebody's asking Annette. So Pan W is a all-time high. So that one we don't have a history. This one, ever since it was added to NASDAQ, it's just been non-stop going up. So this one we don't have a history. This is the weekly. This was the high, 213. It has broken that level. So it has hit 318. Now we are looking at this, let's go to daily. So we are looking at 395. It has broken 351. We're looking at 395. We're using this extension levels. Okay. And net, the same thing. Since it was added, was it added to NASDAQ? So we don't have a history. Since we broke 148, we're just writing it. No history. So the weekly 292 is the next level. Daily, it has hit 277, so 314. Okay. So all these tech stocks, this week, it was meant to be, because I said it's SPY, SPX. So in short, it's tech stocks. Okay, so crowd, this is what I told you guys, it needs to break, was it? I keep confusing crowd and CRM. So this already broke 298. So now you're writing it. 355, this is the weekly level, 355. The daily, 360. We're just writing it. All these stocks, they don't have a history. CRM, I know, has not retested. I don't know why it's so slow. I don't know. When is ER? I think that's why. 28. It's just, look at it. It's just not doing anything compared with the rest. Look at the dwarfs. Dwarfy. So you want this. You want this when a stock is going. Okay, you want it to run up to ER. But when you're seeing this, something is going to happen to this stock for earnings. Okay, so weekly, this one is supposed to go to 311. So it has not retested 311. Very slow. I don't know what's wrong with this CRM. It's been quiet. It's not doing much compared to Snow and crowd. Now, Microsoft reported earnings, and I told you guys, Microsoft, it's usually, but this is too much. How many days has it been? By now, you should have done something. Look at it. Where's this stock? How many days? Na msidanganywe na hizi candle. Always switch to this candle, you know, you see the truth. These ones are lying to you. Okay? It's just not doing much. And it has a doji. So this Heikin-Ashi can lie to you. You think this chart is beautiful. So, It's not good. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ay. It's not, by now you should have started doing something. It's just going sideways. So something is brewing. So 414, 415. Look at it today. How is this even possible? Oh, it has broken. Oh, yeah. It has broken that 416 level. Yeah, I was wondering, it's just quiet. That's just not like it. So it has broken that level. So because it didn't do much for earnings, and it was away from the close, and it has not hit the ATR. So we're still looking at 631. So this is when beginning of the month, after ER, it was right just above it, came back to the entry level. So we're still waiting for it to hit 1 ATR. So such a stock, you're looking at it. Let's see if it's behaving. Yeah. So this one, yesterday I told you guys, look at EVGO. It is very obedient. Anytime you're looking at the daily chart, if you want to find stocks before they break out, look at this Bollinger Band. You want to see a stock that is very obedient, but you should not be obedient for so long. We need it to break the rule and then get punished. Yeah, like that. And then you walk, it rejected this, and now it's very well behaved. We want it to break 420. So it has hit 417. The inner, we want it now to, this is the upper for the squeeze. When it's above that, you see it breaking a rule. So this one, look at it. And it also, I think it had low volume. This is what I was talking about yesterday. And I know people who, okay, Kashiro took advantage. She's the queen of EVGO. I mentioned you want a stock that is here. Even without move, he still didn't break a rule. Very obedient. Yeah. So it still has room. It didn't go to 1300. I don't think so. 1295. Okay. So you're still looking at it. Why? Because it's very obedient. We need it to break a rule. Stocks need to break the rule for a couple of days. Okay. So it's still a good potential play. Now, if you look at NVIDIA, okay, so there's still potential. Yeah, here it's just touching. So we have, when we talked about Bollinger Band, how to screen, we have the Bollinger Band touch. Every time it will touch, it will pull back. Touch, pull back. Touch, pull back. But you want it to break a rule. Break a rule like that. You're trading this stock, creating new highs. Here you're seeing it's barely moving. So we want it to break above 720. So 714 and 727. Okay, so those are the levels for NVIDIA. SMCI, it's been behaving very well. We want people to misbehave. You see, it's just walking, a strong trend, just walking. We want it to break a rule. We want it above 753. It needs to break a rule. So all these semiconductors, very obedient. SML, I don't even think it breaks the rule. Only this after earnings, these 2 days, look at it, just walking, majestically walking up, and it has a slight inside bar. So this one, I don't know if it will break a rule again. So it has room to go to 994. If the semiconductors keep going, it will just keep walking up. It doesn't care about breaking rules, that one. LRCX also is very obedient. This is Kavi's stock. Okay, you see, broke a rule, Added this pullback, broker rule, pulled back here, 3 lower lows. Then it's, oh, what is wrong with this stock? So finally we broke, you see this, it had a triple top, and then finally it has broken this level. So we still have room, 897. It needs to go all the way up here. Now, if you look at SNO, when the market opens, you see when the market opens, that candle will have broken the rule. So here, broker rule, pulled back here. See, this was touch, and then 2 inside bars. Every time a stock has 2 inside bars, always know it's a sign of continuation. So we have this. I'm sure if you look at that candle, when the market opens, it's out here. Okay. So now you have to be careful when you're trading this. You don't hold on too long because it has to come back inside. That's the pullback you'll see. Okay. You see this one, broker rule here, broker rule here. So today will be another day to break a rule. So it can break a rule up to 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had this pullback, then it came inside, then didn't even touch, sideways, breaking a rule, pull back, break a rule, pull back, like that. Okay. Now, I'm worried about Netflix.
Netflix is up 9 points pre-market.
I know it's up, but it's not going to that 575. Still, I thought it would be at 575, but it's not there. So you shouldn't be, if you have a swing, you should be worried if you have Netflix. If it's not breaking that 575, that's a worry. You see this one, 575. It's not, we're not even talking about this 579, just this 575. The previous high was 579. So if it's not gonna touch it, just be prepared with puts. Okay, because that's how many days? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're seeing how you count this, you know, day 9. Like I tell you guys, day 9, something is going to happen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Day 9 today, you're waking up 9 points up. But if it's not breaking this level, just prepare puts. That's why I'm saying I'm worried. Okay, so it needs to break 575. So you see why it was, and this is the monthly, very potential play. So now it is a, no, Netflix. It is ATR. So even before ATR 30, hatujafika 600. I don't know what's wrong with this stock. So be worried if it's not, doesn't touch 675, just prepare yourself with puts. Naliweka picha. My computer is going off. Because Rina was playing Roblox. Cut. 2, 1, and it has an inside bar. How many days? So we had it break a rule, then we have how many? So we have, so far we had, so you would expect after 2 inside bars to get an action, but instead, what did we get? Yeah. What's wrong with these stocks? Okay, so look at CAT today. I know this CMG, and yesterday I said, look at CMG. It pulled back the whole day. Those contracts were cheap, the puts. So don't always assume, oh, I can't do this because, yeah, but it pulled back from 26.88 to 26.15. That's what? 73 points. So yeah, post ER. This one drops, pulls back hard because it's a big stock. And you can go out of the money. Okay, so still look at it today. We might try to retest this high. So it was an inside bar. You can try to retest 27.30. So you want to take advantage of that because of that pullback. It made the calls cheaper. Okay. ADB can be a lot of, but it looks weak. So if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, just get puts. So we have two inside bars. We had this, it made a decision, two inside bars. Yeah, we're still riding MSTR. I told you guys yesterday, just ride it. Still have a huge gap to fill if it's going up. Now, when you're seeing Bitcoin, okay, before I talk about just ADB, if it's not, so if it doesn't break up, if it doesn't break it, that same 620, if it doesn't break it, just prepare for puts. So we had a change of character, and then we have two inside bars. So if it's still not breaking above 620, prepare for puts on that. It can be a potential lotto. Let me talk about this before I look at. So Netflix, look at it today. I don't know. You don't know if that 9 points is enough. It needs to break 675, 575. I was looking at CAT, so also DE, just sympathy, and it's reporting earnings next week, Thursday. So right now we should be looking at stocks reporting ER next week. It has been sluggish and barely, a lot of rejection candles. What is this supposed to do? Wait. So if you guys see, this is squeezing. You don't see the blue thing, but it's squeezing. This it's neither breaking 376, neither is it breaking above this 400 level. So it's kind of going sideways. Now this is a potentially good indication for what is coming for earnings. So keep watch of it. If it doesn't break out of these levels, it means this ones will be a key play next week for ER. She's just going, look at this, she's just going sideways. 394, 383, it's just going sideways. So if nothing happens today to next week is still going sideways. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Okay, EXPE, ER, it's down. Now, whenever you see this squeeze, if it doesn't materialize on the upper side, what do you say? Your hands, let me not use example of the legs. The hands, you're supposed, when you want to give somebody a big hug, it's supposed to, you're widening, you are opening your hands out. That's what this band is supposed to do. It's supposed to break out, inafunguka. So if that's not happening after this squeeze, this is a failed bullish squeeze. So it means this stock will pull back. Okay, so it had a squeeze. If nothing is materializing, yeah, probably would have said, okay, it's gonna squeeze up. This one would be a gamble both ways, because if it doesn't materialize out, it will go the opposite direction. Now you're seeing here, it didn't materialize down, it went back up. So that's what usually that squeeze, if you see the squeeze on the daily, if there's nothing, this band is not becoming wide. That's a failed squeeze. So you're supposed to see it widening. If it is not, you think it was still squeezing downward. We had another squeeze, didn't materialize. So it means it wants to go the opposite direction. So that's how you look at this squeeze. If nothing is materializing on the up, you're not seeing this band just going outward, then you're looking at the opposite direction. Okay. So it's post here. So it had not even gone to, the ATR was 170. It had not even hit it was right there, the target level. So it has gone back to the close, 148. It has broken it. So now we are looking at it going to 125. If it keeps going down, it has hit this 134 target level. If it continues, we're looking at 125. Okay, if it rejects it, then we are writing it back to 140, 143. Okay. Net, I talked about net already. Bill still owes us that one. Yeah.
Then your expert dropped. It's already at 140.
Huh?
That Expedia, it's already at 133.
Yeah, that's why I said it has hit that 134 target level.
Okay.
EXP.
But I didn't hear.
But it has not hit the ATR. So it has hit this 134. But the ATR is this purple. Okay, so if it keeps dropping, we have this 130, 125. But if it rejects going to 130 and lower, then you're looking at it going back to 143.
Okay.
Okay. What did I say before? Oh, Bill. Now, there's no way Bill can go up 50 points. That can never happen. Okay, so and it's squeezing. It is squeezing. So you need to watch. If it fails to squeeze down, because it was bearish here, if it fails to squeeze down, you're looking at it going back up. It still owes us that 120. It didn't even go to the hit 87. Didn't do really well. And it's right at close. Okay, so if it's not breaking below 1660, what does it hit? So this will be a good play to watch next week. It usually does well, slow, but does well post ER. So here it continued down and then it started going up slowly. It's not one of the best stocks after it was beaten down thoroughly. Yeah, it has broken that 69. So it is below 69. We are watching for 56. I don't think it will go back to 42. I highly doubt. But if it is not gonna give us that squeeze going down, it will go back up. So this will be a good stock to watch next week. I know good people made good money with it when it was going up here. It's not my favorite ever since it got this thorough beating all the way to 94. Okay. Any stock I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting something. So potential.
Virginia, did you look at GS?
Right. Why you? Okay, so what did I say about financial stocks? Is that Ruth?
Yes. You
What
said
did
when the market, if the market is up, they're down. And if the market is bearish, then they go up.
When the market is strong, there's no way you see financials, energy stocks, they can't fight. They can't share the same stage. Very rarely. Anytime you see GS and SPY going up the same day, one will pull back that same day because they can't share the stage. So it is squeezing. I can't do anything about us being strong. I want us to be strong. You want us to go down?
But
Is that what you want? Is that what? Did you buy some contracts for GS? And I told you guys, leave GS
I
alone.
know. No, but I've been watching. I like GS. I like to trade GS. I've been watching it.
But there's no way. That's just how it is, how the market is. They can't share the platform. Yes, they can. Look at the day when SPY is trending and GS is trending. The same day, one has to pull back. There's no way they can all we can't shine together. This one is just waiting. The minute you're seeing GS starts breaking above this 393, oh, that's when you people should be loading puts. So just let it go sideways. The more it goes sideways, the more we'll get something. So it's a post here and nothing. We're just going sideways. It's squeezing. So until you get a clear, it breaks that 373 or breaks that 393. There's nothing we can do. Some of these stocks just do not. Oh, Lily. Where?
Yeah, Lily. That's the other one.
Where? GS. Let's let it lie down there. Ooh.
I hate
So
Lily.
Lily.
Lily and Lulu.
Lulu just it has, if it's going up that gap, it has a huge gap.
Who, Lily?
Lily. No, Lulu.
Okay.
Lulu.
Lulu.
So what is this stock doing? Let me take this out. Ruth, since you're talking, what is this stock doing?
Oh, Lily, don't put me on the spot. I mean, it's going, but it's trying to go beyond that supply zone. It can't seem to get there.
Where is the supply zone?
Hold on. It's about 740, 741, 740 area. You
So this
see?
one
Don't
is,
ask me questions. I'm not answering, and then
but
you
you see,
laughing.
no, it's because what is this? What is this indicator here?
Well, I mean, it's breaking the rules on
That's
your
what I'm
indicator.
asking. It
Well,
is
I was
breaking the rule.
looking at mine. Sorry, I was looking at mine.
It's breaking the rule. Wait, Ruth, wataka kwenda Kariobangi Kamadare? We're just here. Where
No,
are you
there
going
you
all
go
over the
again.
place?
There
We're
you go
just here.
again.
It is breaking the rule. So this is a good stock to trade. Why? When it breaks a rule, pulls back. You ride it again, pull back. You ride it again, pull back until it's tired. This can go on for how many days, Ruth?
Well, 3 to 6 days.
Right. So you're doing the same stock, you're riding it up. So when you look at a lower time frame, this is a good stock to scalp. Look at it.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, scalp.
From 725, 741. Then you get
Mhm.
out, you write it back down if you want. Again, the next, you look at this day from 706, 740, almost 30 something, 20 something, or 30 something points. So
Right.
you're doing, because it's breaking a rule. So it's every pullback, you're buying the dip, and then you write it to break a rule. And then the next day you're timing it until the day it's done breaking a rule, and then you get a good pullback, and then we start monitoring the volume. We want it to come back down.
Right.
Okay, so these are the good stocks. If you want stocks for
Scalping.
scalping, you're looking for stocks that are breaking the
The
rules.
rules.
Now, Meta is behaving really well. We're still creating inside bars. So we had the first inside bar, this one, another inside bar, we slightly broke it. We had like a double top, then another inside bar. Ugh. And I told you guys, nah, this guy is probably still selling. Okay, we need to
Zuckerberg.
go. So Meta, Lily. Now, Lulu, LMT, Lulu, PDD, ITSI, ENPH, BA, Baba, and Apple, potential lottos. Now, their potential lottos, they can pull back or they can go down. They are bearish stocks. All these I've mentioned, they're bearish. BA is bearish. Baba is bearish. Apple is bearish. ENPH is bearish. ITSI, bearish. LMT, bearish. Lulu, bearish. So Lulu is also a good one to scalp because it has room. It has you see, we had a now this is what I tell you guys, change of character. You don't want to miss the next day. Always, when you have a change, the next day is after that. Here you'll see some negotiation. It can create an inside bar. It can, so you don't want to miss. So I saw Bobo caught this. You don't want to miss trading a stock after it has a change of character because it gives you that good move. Even if it's scalping, it gives you good move. So after it has made a change of character and you've gotten this move, now you're looking for higher lows. So we had this pullback. So if it doesn't go back to 456, it's still a potential play. Why? Because when you have these calls go up, and then when you have a pullback and it's a Friday, they make those calls cheaper. So this can be a potential lotto, but that stock is still bearish. Okay. UNH,
Yes.
the same thing. It's bearish, but it's trying to penya huko juu. It needs to be above 533. As long as it's not breaking 533, this squeezing on lower time frame. As long as it's not breaking 533, you're still very weak. There's a potential it can come down, but look at it. So it's at 520. If it goes up, you have room 13 points to go to 533. Okay. So we had change of character when? Ruth, when was the change of character?
On is that no. No, because I see different things. I mean, where you have your thing there, that's Thursday.
This
So
candle, I'm putting the candle so that you see when it broke this red candle. That's
no.
when it had a change of character.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was
So
Thursday.
this was
Shoot.
yesterday, majameni. Wednesday, majameni. Wednesday. Here, Wednesday, 521. Then here had like a double top. So look at it, because nothing. So the day after change of character, it didn't do much, and it has a squeeze on 15 minutes. So this one, we still have room to go to 533 if it is going up. If it doesn't hit 533, be ready with puts. It will drop. Okay, semiconductors. AMD, potential lotto. MU. Tesla, the same thing. If it's still bearish, if it doesn't go to 197, right? Did it hit 197?
Not yet.
If it doesn't,
Not as
just
yet. As I
write it back down to 191. If it doesn't hit 197, write it back down. Okay. Alta also 530. What is the level? 530. 530. 530. What is the level? $537. Now it's 530. 530 something. So it needs to go back to that level. If it doesn't, you see this squeeze didn't materialize. So this is not a good sign. It's not breaking a rule. So we want it to break a rule. All these stocks that are not breaking a rule are potentially good plays. Okay, Kwairini. So tech stocks, SPY, if SPY doesn't touch 500, it will just wait for it. It will pull back fast when the market opens. Oh, it has. Woo, 501.
Yeah, it is. It went to
501.
yep, 501. It showed
501. We made it. I told you guys by Friday. Ooh, it's Friday. We've
SPX made it first, so we would.
yeah. So
SPX had hit 5,000 yesterday.
yeah. So it was important because if SPY would not have done that by today, it would be like scrambling for mercy from bears. So SPY, oh, that's amazing. So just note, people will be taking profit from all these tech stocks. Okay. So finally we've hit 500. And we're not even close to it. We're supposed to go to 513. That's the monthly ATR. That's amazing. So I told you guys it's us and SPY and SPX this week. You see, I promise you guys these things and I deliver. So 505. So this weekly 505. So we've hit 501. Okay, so 505. If we keep going up 505, it needs to stay above 500 or 497. Irene. Ruth, sign us off.
Let's make this money.
Let's make this money. Thank you, guys.